everybody. My name is Esther MacCallum-Stewart and I am the chair of the Glasgow in 2024 Worldcon. And I'm absolutely delighted to be at the 1 year out celebration of Glasgow in 2024, a Worldcon for our futures. So we're here in the Radisson Red Hotel, which is one of our hotels on the SEC campus. And I'm also here with team members and friends and from the committee and the staff. So we have people from our promotions team, from facilities, from events, and we also have my treasurer here just in case. Later on, we're also going to be meeting with even more of the team for our monthly meetup, and we're going to raise a glass to the year ahead. So we've already done so many unexpected things. So we have our own gin, we have 2 separate colours of yarn, and we have our own tartan landing zone. It actually has a streak of silver in it to show our science fiction and fantasy roots, and the rest of the colours are based on the River Clyde, which is just outside our venue, and of course our wonderful logo. So we also have over 40 pre-recorded panels online already, which we started to record during the pandemic and have continued to this day. So please do go to our social media sites and have a look at those. But on to the announcements, that's what we've done. I wanted to talk a little bit about what we're going to do. So what would a year out be without giving you some spoilers? And in true 2024 fashion, we wanted to make them a bit unexpected, a bit of a change, and a whole load of excitement. So we're delighted to announce that not only will we have our customary Worldcon Philharmonic Orchestra performance, which has become a bit of a staple for the UK and Irish Worldcon conventions, but that we will also be premiering an opera. That's right, an opera. So it's going to be written by Ken MacLeod, our guest of honour. It will be composed by Gary Lloyd, who has worked with us previously on Daughter of Her Father's Eye, and it will have choreography by Bettina Carpi of Company Carpi. And together, Gary and Bettina have also produced their latest production, When You Light a Candle, You Also Cast a Shadow. So do go and look them up. And later today, we're also going to be adding some short interviews with both Ken and Gary, where they talk about the process of creating Morrow's Isle. So what else are we going to have? Well, in a moment, Vincent Doherty, my events manager, is also going to be talking about some of these events in more detail. But we have Roger Sayer, who recorded the soundtrack for Interstellar, and he is going to be giving a performance, and for that performance we will be using a venue in the city that uses a full pipe organ. So that's very exciting. We also have the Dark Room. The Dark Room is an interactive special. It's kind of like it's like a choose your own adventure on stage with improvised comedy. It's very fast and furious, and the audience take part as contestants. It's very, very funny, and I'm a very big fan. And that's actually currently running at the Edinburgh Fringe, where it has completely sold out. So we're really excited to have John, and we're currently also discussing with him doing an evening performance and also doing a children's matinee performance as well, which we think would be a really, really interesting thing to do. We will also have the Science Fiction Experience, who are a Scottish science fiction rock band, science fiction and fantasy rock band, and at least a dozen more performances, which we are finalising at the moment. And you'll be able to hear more about all of these from Vincent in a moment. Due to the huge growth in membership, we've also begun to think about using our space efficiently and effectively. So we know that there will be queues at this convention. I can tell you right now that there will be queues, but that means that we've had to think already about how we are going to manage that and what that actually means for people when they are moving around and interacting with our venue. And we've realised that in order to create such a big tent, well, we're going to need some little tents too. And some of those are going to be in the city, and some of those are going to be around the SEC campus itself, which has expanded hugely in the last few years. I mean, every time I come, another hotel seems to have popped up out of the ground. So we've partnered with Glasgow University, more specifically the Centre for Fantasy and the Fantastic and the Game Studies Research Group, and they will be running a series of events for us at Glasgow University. Hopefully, we're still looking into this, at their newly opened ARC Centre, which is fully accessible. We're also going to be hosting parties in what we've used before, the fan village model. So you have a sort of big area and then you have the parties running around it. And this will enable a lot more people to move through the area very quickly and sort of be able to relax when they need to. But we have a bit of a problem, which is that we can't call it a fan village. And the reason that we can't call it a fan village is that there is a new hotel on site called The Village. So if we had the fan village and the village, and we're using both of them for running things, that's going to be a problem. So as a throwback to both our tartan and also the previous Glasgow Worldcons that have been hosted at the SEC, we've decided to call this area the landing zone. So we'd like to welcome you to the landing zone. We're also going to be spacing out our programme items with a significant break between items. So this will allow you to get in and out of the rooms safely and carefully, and it will also allow you to just take some time to either get to the next one or go off and relax somewhere, so which we're very much hoping that you're going to do as well. And on the subject of our programme, we're already soliciting ideas and names for items and participants. So if that's something that you think you'd be interested in, or you have a suggestion for something that you would like us to do, please do go to our website, and there are a couple of forms there that you can fill in to start getting your name on those lists. Following on from our pre-con work on the underrepresented voices of Scottish science fiction, which was a network that we ran again with Glasgow University, we will also be having an Own Voices track on our programme. So this will contain items in Scots Gaelic and also in Polish. And we're also looking for more suggestions for that track, should that be something that you might want to offer us, so please do. We will also be having another track that identifies and discusses the sometimes troubling role of Glasgow's history. We would not be here without a vast amount of hard work, all by volunteers over the last 8 years. I can confidently say that this is not only the most experienced Worldcon team that we've had in over a decade, but that our inclusion of new voices has only benefited the team. And Alex is holding the camera, is grinning. She's one of them. I can't wait to tell you more about this in future, and do keep an eye on our socials later today for more announcements, those short videos that I talked about, and a couple more little bits and pieces. Thank you very much, and I really look forward to welcoming you. I really look forward to welcoming you to Glasgow on the 8th of August 2024. Thank you very much.